Well, Gaspar and Felicia, Hope and I have gotten to know you both. And Gaspar, you and I serve on the prayer team together here at Mar-a-Lagos. We've also gotten to learn about your family.
We were married for about a year together, and we got a phone call one night. One of our nieces on my wife's side, Autumn, she had been abandoned. Autumn was diagnosed with corpus callosum of the genesis, which means that her right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain do not communicate. And she also had scoliosis and kyphosis. She's got two older sisters, and that's Elizabeth and Ellie. Within a year, we were able to adopt all three of our daughters, all three of the girls.
With that came the challenges. Not only did we have to deal with the medical aspect, in regards to Autumn, but we also had to learn how to care for the emotional baggage that our other two daughters were facing.
There was a lot of times, sometimes people would ask me, like, well, did you pray about adopting the girls or anything like that? And one of the things I had mentioned was we're called to take care of the widows and orphans. My nieces are orphans right now. So it's our duty, our job as believers to step up and take care of our daughters. So it didn't faze us. We didn't stop and think, is this our calling? Whatever. We just took action.
4, 5, maybe 6 months ago, you injured your foot pretty bad. Because of the diabetes that you have, it kind of amplified the situation and it started to make things a lot worse. You kind of went almost immobile in your leg and foot, to the point like you might have had to have it amputated. Thankfully you didn't. But in all of this, you were kind of set out of work.
The best decision that felt I had to do was resign, so I can seek other employment that would best fit for my family and I. Well, we ended up finding a great builder that was willing to accommodate and build a wheelchair accessible home for us. It's just amazing, and so we don't want to lose our home because of the situation, but things are going to get better. And so we're just trusting and believing in the Lord, and we know that our lives are in His hands, and so we believe in the power of prayer.
How have you seen prayer just work in the life of your family through all of this?
Having him as our anchor helped me just to be a mother to the girls, and I feel like we just lost ourselves and we just became dependent on God.
And just kind of refocusing and taking advantage of this time to really trust in the Lord. Just know that our lives are in His hand, and it's not based on our abilities or what we can do, but what He does and what He can do. We have to strive and fight for our daughters that have gone through so much at such a very young age. We have to fight as parents. And so we know that God is a father, He's a parent, and so He's gonna fight for us too.
It's nice to meet you. I was in the back listening to your story of how God has moved in your life through the ups and the downs. And I'm just here to represent the Dollar Club and let you know that your family is our Dollar Club recipient. You talked about some medical expenses that have accumulated, and we're gonna cover that for you. And in addition to that, we can only imagine the expenses that have come up. And so I have a check here for you for $5,000 to be able to take care of some of those things. You mentioned how important your home is to you. And so we believe that you're here for a purpose, and that is just a part of your story that God has orchestrated. And so we're gonna make you current on your mortgage. And we also, thought of the girls, Elizabeth, Ellie, and Autumn, and we want your family to get together and be able to do an activity. And so we're gonna send you guys on a shopping spree for the girls. They're a huge part of your story. And so we wanna be able to do that for you. And it's because of the generosity of our partners across all of our campuses. We thank you that you've given of your life through all the challenges that you've faced, and you're still pouring into people. You're still being faithful to the call that God has given you.